You know what? I just read this article, DeLynn. You're not going to believe this. 40,000 new agents getting in the business.
Wow.
This year, right now. And they're going to make $500,000 their very first year.
Of course they are.
And you know what? Here's the best part. Their closings are going to go so smoothly from start to finish.
In 2 weeks.
In just 2 weeks, right?
14-day closing.
14-day
It's a perfect time to get into real estate business. What are you waiting for? We got tips on it right now. Hello everybody, my name is Barry Horvath and this is Moving Forward TV with your local market update.
And I am DeLynn Gaston. Thank you so much for joining us today. So as promised, we are bringing you some tips on growing your business. And we have a guest today.
We do.
Yay!
And he's a real estate professional. He's a real estate broker.
And I think a lot of you probably already recognize him.
Yeah, he's a friend of the community. People know him. People like him.
People
trust
know and
him.
like him. That's
yeah,
right.
so we're bringing, as usual, we bring the best of the best on our show to help you guys grow your business. And our real estate professionals, you're going to love this. And our first-time home buyers, you might want to watch this too, because I know you guys all want to know the insides of the real estate world and what's going on when you buy that first home. So we got a guest today. His name is Mr. Mike Webb, and he really needs no introduction because he's been in Pasco for how long?
Well, you're dating me here, Barry. 54 years.
Wow, this is the first question.
Yes, wow.
You're hard time with it.
I was born and raised here. I'm the one. I'm the only one
that
left.
guy.
The only
I'm
one.
that guy.
So a pioneer of Pasco, Pinellas County, here in Florida. So Mike, well, thanks for being on the show. First of all.
Welcome.
We're
Thanks
honored
for
to
having
have
me,
you
guys.
on, and we're glad you're going to share some of your wisdom to help out some of these agents. Because, when we opened the show, I said 40,000 new agents are getting on board, and they don't know what they're in for right now, what's going on in this market. They all think, oh, real estate, all you got to do is stick a sign up, it'll sell, and you get money wired into your bank account. Isn't that how it works?
That's how I was told it was worked.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah. Well,
How'd it go in 2008?
And how long have you been doing this? Did you make $500,000 your first year?
I did. Actually, I signed up. My Little League baseball coach recruited me into the business 23 years ago, and I signed up, and I made $500,000 in 1997, just like that.
See, I was joking. You really did.
No, we're keeping it light, keeping it funny. It was tough, guys. It was tough back then. We didn't start at the top like all the kids are today. The millennials are, they start at the top and work their way down. So,
I saw something on the news too that said that they none of them they don't want to start and work their way up. They just want to start right here and think that in a year or whatever they're going to make a whole bunch of money, and then they're going to move to another company and they're going to be making more in another company. No loyalty, no. And I don't want to say anything against the millennials, but
they just have a different mindset than we do. They want to, go make some money. They understand the American dream of 30 years at the same company with a gold watch, and retiring's probably not real anymore. So they're going to make a little bit of money and go live on a beach in a grass skirt and grow a beard and, kind of stuff.
You know what I noticed yesterday? We had our Lunch and Learn, which was very fabulous Lunch and Learn.
Right.
Dr. Paula O'Neill was our guest speaker, and we had 50-some people in the room. And how many millennials were there?
Two.
Yeah.
They were.
So
I coached one of them in power football. Jim Wallace's son ran the first touchdown back for us that year.
He was quite the player, wasn't he?
He was. Good kid. Great kid.
And clearly, he's trying to better himself in the real estate world now.
Absolutely.
Because he's out trying to learn the business. So
he's doing it the right way.
Yeah, these guys that sit home and think, oh, I'll learn it online and all. You got to be out in the trenches. You got to be fighting it. You got to be learning it, and getting out networking like we do. I think is if I could. You got to be a real estate professional. You got to know the laws. You got to know how to write a contract. You got to know all these things. But I think your number one job is really isn't being a marketer and being out there.
And I think being
absolutely.
prepared, right? So you say you started in 1997.
97. I've been doing this business. I'm entering
So you've
my
been
20
through the ups and the downs, because in the late 90s it was good. Obviously mid 2000s was nuts, and then the crash. So you've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly as well.
I have. I started again in 97 in this business. My father was involved in real estate since the time I was in high school. He bought a lot of rental properties and stuff, so I had the pickup truck because I had to move furniture around to the rental properties.
So you were the guy.
I was that guy. And we got involved in the business in 97, and things were tough. You know, you started, and when I started in the business, I'll talk splits to you. I started on a 50-50 split. Today, if you told somebody that, they don't even exist anymore. And the reason we did that was there was a reason for the broker to have an incentive to help you get trained in the business.
Right.
We were just talking about that, and teach you the business. Today, it's a little different, and we'll talk about some of the new agents and different things. I've worked in all areas of real estate. My first 10 years was commercial real estate.
Okay.
And then I can tell you the day the phone stopped ringing, if you really want to know, and it stopped for a long time. Kind of had to reinvent myself and do the different things, the short sales, as you guys are very familiar with, property management with, you know, that and the root canals kind of side by side as to which one's much least unpleasant. But
yeah, that's tough, right?
Property management and root canals.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
We can take the root canal.
we were fortunate enough to have had some contacts in the banking industry that were getting assets back. So they needed somebody, you know, local to go handle those assets for them.
So you did it because maybe hoping in the future they might list it with you later, or?
I did it for that and to survive. I had a family to feed,
Right.
and there was real estate was not selling, as you guys very well know.
Right.
Yeah.
You couldn't give it away. At some point, I stopped taking listings in the mid, 2007, 8, 9. I really couldn't sell them because we're upside down.
Because it costs you
Right.
money to list them, and they never sold.
It does, and you would disappoint people greatly. So we did that to survive, to bring you up to speed. And I opened up my own brokerage in 2007 when I saw the industry crashing, and everybody thought I'd completely gone nuts. Everybody was going out of business. I had to.
Took that long to figure it out, huh?
It did, and I did it to survive. I had to get really small, really lean, and to get involved in property management. And I did that until 2012, and I saw the market showing signs of a pulse, and I decided to close down the little Webb Realty, get out of the property management business, and go start selling real estate again. And of course, what came back first was residential real estate. So I had to get involved in education and learn and understand what was going on, and that's where
So clearly, with your history of property management, commercial, residential, you have a lot to offer. You have and being in this community, just entrenched, you have a lot to offer and a lot of good information I'm sure you can share with us.
Well, you know what? He's going to start giving. You're going to throw us some nuggets out there,
I'm going to try.
and
Your
we got
pens.
some great tips. Yeah, you better get your pens ready. Especially, we're going to start with the brand new agents. We're going to help you out right after this.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
All right, we're back with some fabulous tips with Mr. Mike Webb, the real estate broker, and I keep calling you a pioneer, Pasco, because you've been here your whole life, and gosh, he used to beat me up in
Don't
baseball.
get going. He's going to get off on a tangent.
We're tangent
It's
people.
true. He was always on the best baseball team, and I was always on the worst team.
I just brushed you off the plate a little bit. When you start crowding the plate, you gotta respect the pitcher, man.
Yeah, I it's frustrating. Now it's all coming back to me. But anyway, now
You want to go in a corner and cry?
yeah, I know. So anyway, we want to always bring you the best of the best on to help you grow your business and
Mike's
be
got some
successful.
great tips.
So let's talk about the brand new
Yes.
agents.
And I was just
'cause
going
we
to say,
know-
so he's going to do for all of you, the new agents, the ones who have been in the business for a little while, and then the pioneers.
The pioneers,
Should I call them
yeah.
the pioneers?
Thank you.
No, the superstars. I mean, what would let's talk about the brand new agents, because they're coming on board like crazy right now. They all think they're going to get rich quick.
Right.
They think it's so easy to sell real estate. So what's your insight on that? What's your perception? Because I know you've worked with many new agents.
I have, and I will tell you guys this, and I'll tell the agents this. Choose your brokerage wisely would be number one, and I would not. That's not endorsing or not endorsing anyone. It's the brokers today are mostly competing in the industry with you. They're selling, so they have very little time to help you. So if you don't have a broker that's going to be hands-on and teach you the business, I would suggest getting a coach or a mentor to the new people. You can't start at the top. You can't. There's a huge learning curve in this business. So I would say that's really important. There's several brands out there. There's several independents out there. But make sure you're going to have the training and take advantage of it.
Because you were saying before we started the show that you first got in the business, it was 50-50 split.
That's right.
Because somebody's got to train you.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
that broker, and the brokers, that doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen.
So they don't have time, if
So-
they're not getting paid to do that anymore. I mean, now there's like no fees, minimal fees.
I know.
I think now they're going to start paying you just to hang your license with. That's what it's coming to. I mean, I don't know.
We do where
So
I
who
am.
trains
Yeah.
them then? So if the broker's not training them anymore,
They'll
who
tell you
trains
that
them?
there's some of them are having mentorship programs.
Okay.
I would suggest taking advantage of, but the best thing they can do is vet out where they're going to go. Get paired up with somebody that they can relate to. We kidded about the millennials. The millennials are a huge sector of our market, as you guys know,
Right.
and they are making an impact. They communicate differently, and they can communicate to their peers that are buying, but they need to learn the business. The part of it that hasn't changed is that you still got to get face-to-face with people. You still have to talk to people. You can only text and communicate electronically so much in this business, as you guys know.
Is
very
that
well.
like probably one of the biggest common mistakes that they might make?
It is. Here's still the best tool in the business. When it rings, answer it. It's really not that complicated. If you get your phone
so
to ring,
there's a
answer
tip
it.
right there. Answer
Yes.
your phone.
It's the number one tip.
And you know what,
Speak
though?
to
I
people.
think people are afraid to answer, because I have like a Zillow coach right now, and we work Zillow leads. And all of us that are following up on have the same problem. People don't answer the phone anymore.
No.
And you can call them 7 times, 10 times, they won't answer because they don't want to be sold anything. And there's so many dialers out there now, and it's coming from a local number.
Right.
But
I know,
so
you
what
can't
you're
tell the
saying though
difference
is
anymore.
no
I
matter
still
what
answer.
number is, yeah, I mean, you told me
Answer.
you got a call from Germany the other day, and
You very well know we did. Yeah, we're
And that
working with a
worked.
client together
Yeah,
there.
so you never know.
And it came in from Germany, and I thought there was no way I was going to take this call. It's either somebody telling me about an IRS refund that it's
Yeah,
not really have or
right.
something. And subsequent to that, I had another one yesterday. And so you answer your phone. If there's a delay, it's a dialer. I will hang up on the delay,
Right.
Because as realtors,
Yes.
we do get a lot of solicitation calls.
Sure.
There's the magic bullet. And remind me at the end of the show, I'll tell the people about the magic bullet that's out there in the business today. The other thing I would tell people, and Barry, you'll understand this, and you will as well, DeLynn, don't treat it like a hobby. Guys, you're handling somebody's largest financial transaction that most people are going to have.
Right.
Don't treat it like a part. It's okay to work part-time, but be professional. Treat it the way it needs to be handled. And we've all been at the closing table. I've been there. You guys have been there, where the U-Haul's in the parking lot, and the dogs and the kids and the pets. And guess what? we don't have a closing. And so if you have a good realtor that's working I tell my team, aggravate the let's call them industry partners, the title companies, the lenders. When they see our number come up, they know, oh my God, that's the Webb people, and to handle the problem, because we want to know ahead of time if there's going to be a problem, and if there's going to be some issues. We don't want people, moving out and being homeless. The other thing I would tell you, it's a right brain and a left brain function going on here. You're dealing with an emotional transaction too. These are people's homes. Okay, these are their lives.
It's where they're going to live.
This is their lives.
On the stress factor, it's death, divorce, and moving
in
that order.
It is. That. I do.
Yes.
She says that to clients all the time. I'm like,
yes.
And
I read it years ago in the Wall Street Journal.
For you to treat it cavalierly or like a hobby, it's just not right. So with the new agents, those are some of the things I would tell you. I would also say you probably need to be in the business, depending on your ability to get the learning curve, probably 6 months, pretty much full time before you go out trying to handle a transaction by yourself without somebody really overlooking it. At least have 4 or 5 completed under your belt and know what you're doing. I think it's really important.
Have you noticed lately, or is it just me, but is everything like weird in the transactions now? Like things coming up that I've never seen come up. I mean, continually, every day.
Absolutely. New stuff every day. It's changed so much, the business, since the crash. Let's just be candid. Everything has changed.
And people are so happy today.
They are so happy. And I will tell you, when I was doing this business so long ago, back in the day when I started, the fax machine had come out, and we could get contracts through a fax machine.
On thermal paper.
We would be lined up in the office down the little hallway staring at the fax machine for magically a contract to come through. It was crazy. And now when that new confangled internet thing came out, everybody was, it's going to put us out of business. Oh my gosh, Zillow's there's going to be a robot. It is, guys, is it more complicated today than ever? And when the stuff ultimately hits the fan in a transaction,
30 seconds.
You need a human being there to handle the stuff and to get a mop out and broom it up and clean it up.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. All right, we got more tips for you coming up. This is great information. And stick around. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Okay, we're back with Mike Webb, and let's get right into the meat. So we got more tips to help you grow your business. And Mike, what do you got here? Let's
okay,
talk.
I'm going to try to
We
push
talked
through.
about We talked about the first, the new agents. Now let's talk about the more seasoned agents. What tips can you give for them?
Okay, I would categorize these agents as your agents between the $1 and $5 million a year producers, gross
Okay.
sales.
So they still have car payments.
They still have car payments, but
Right.
typically at this point they're starting to make money. They could be six-figure money. The first thing they need to do is go out and buy a German automobile or something, because they're making that big money now.
Oh yeah, it's a great idea.
I'm sitting here thinking, oh, he's got something good here.
But I would tell you this: if you are between the $1 and $4 million a year producer, congratulations to yourself, because that agent, you're in the top 10% of your class. Statistics show that within 3 years of getting licensed, 90% of the agents will be out of business. They won't renew their MLS dues and fees.
Really?
They will be out of business. That's the national statistics.
That's crazy.
Because contrary to what we said at the beginning of the show, where the money fairy wires money direct into your account, that doesn't happen.
Yes.
You get that little card and you think you're all ready to go.
The money fairy.
So these are the type of people that you need to start investing in your business at that point. And when you get somewhere close to $4 to $5 million in our market at our price point, you can figure out how many transactions that is. You need to think about an assistant, whether we call them transaction coordinators, somebody to handle the paperwork, somebody to keep you straight while you go out there and continue.
And a lot of them will work per file, per closing.
Absolutely, yes.
So it doesn't really cost you anything per se.
No.
You're just sharing in the wealth at the closing.
Absolutely. That's and you guys very well know that's. So consider hiring an assistant, a transaction coordinator, whatever you want to call them, an assistant, but yes, they will participate that way. In fact, I would certainly lean away from paying them, hourly or something.
Right.
If, they might need to be licensed. Keep yourself legal.
Right.
If they're getting paid that way, they need to be a licensed assistant versus an unlicensed assistant.
Okay.
The other thing is hire for your weakness. Don't try to get good at something you're not good at.
I like that.
I can barely
like that.
turn
Why do you
my
think
phone
we're together?
on. That's right. That's exactly right. That's why I have some people in my life that in my business that
Because look, she's got notes and paperwork. What do I got? I got a napkin rolled up in my pocket here that she gave me yesterday.
put another fire on the log or whatever you told me there. I'm an analog man trapped in a digital world, as Mary put it. So what you want to do at this point too is start when you hire that assistant is delegate and automate everything you possibly can. If you can automate something, automate it, delegate it, and then you keep going out doing what you do.
Especially in today's world, right?
Absolutely.
Automate.
Absolutely. Here's something that, as you guys know, my wife is new. She's in the business 1 year. Absolutely killed it her first year in the business. Love her to death. I might have absolutely outkicked my coverage on that one, Barry, if you follow me.
Yep.
But she asked me, a lot of questions, and sometimes. But I have told her there's times when you're getting that busy, you need to be closed for business. We're in the real estate business, and we have clients that think that this because they are up at 10 o'clock at night that we should be. There's times, we don't punch a clock. So you have to mentally keep yourself from getting burned out.
Yeah.
You have to be closed.
Yes.
for
Talking to
business.
me, I think.
Talking to you. I tell him all the time, stop returning people's texts and stuff like that. He'll tell me the next day, oh, I was talking to somebody on text at 11 o'clock last night. Don't! I'm sleeping at 11 o'clock at night.
Absolutely. You're going to have to learn to be closed for business at times. You really are. You okay? It goes on do not disturb, put it away. Do what you got to do. My wife and I went away for 4 days for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah, I tried to get you all weekend. by the
I
way.
know.
Good
we went
for
away.
you.
I had like 5 good leads for you.
See, now he tells
Mike's
me.
not available.
Yeah. No, so be closed for business. I would say this too. Remember the 10-10-10 rule.
Which is?
Put 10% back into marketing, 10% back into you personally getting trained and staying updated in the business. Invest in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. Get the accreditations, get the certifications, put 10, and then put 10 back for a rainy day or a rainy 4 years that we might have seen. Keep some money.
4?
When I was started in the business, my dear friend and broker that recruited me in, my Little League baseball coach, he told me have at least a year's worth of money behind you to start this business. And I looked him dead in the eye, and I had 3 young children at home, and I said, I've got 90 days I got to go to work. So with your motivation, there's two types, and it's inspiration or desperation. It doesn't really matter which one. Mine was desperation.
Right.
If you can't get inspired, then be desperate, but put some money away. Don't think you can, quit your day job or whatever if you don't have some money. This is not a job. You are your own CEO of your own sales and marketing company, even if you're not the broker and you're an independent agent. And remember that. There's going to be some rainy days. There's peaks and valleys.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. And then the last thing I would talk to you about, and you said you talked about it last week, was the transactional versus relational agent. Be the relational agent. If transactions one time hit and gone, relational, the NAR study I told you about, 84% of the people that NAR, the National Association of Realtors, interviewed, past sellers and buyers, said they would use their real estate agent again if they could only remember their name.
Is that amazing or what?
Crazy.
If they could only remember their name.
You got to keep that relationship alive and going. So.
And that is what our show was about last week.
It
is
is
about past clients, keep in touch with them, send a card, whatever it takes.
I'm going to throw this out here on the air.
Okay.
But I think we need to bring Mike on, and maybe let him bring his lovely wife on, who's new to the business, and get her perspective too together.
Okay, that would be
I have a
good.
radio voice. She has a television face.
Yeah, so, so she makes you look good.
So you said, you know.
We'll get more tips, some marketing ideas, but we got to sign off for this week. But this is great information.
Shows always
Awesome.
go so fast.
It does. So
especially when we have
and I
somebody
love
on with
it.
great
And
news.
so if you didn't get anything out of today, shame on you. But I think
Here's
it's
Mike's
great.
website.
Yep, and there's his information. So if you want to get a hold of him, but
I'm sure he
we'll
wouldn't
get you
mind.
and Angela back on.
Great.
I think it'd be great
We'd
to
love
have
to
you.
have that.
Thank you.
Enjoyed
Love
having
to be
all
here.
this. So real quick in the community, the big thing, go to WPBA.biz, check out Bowling for Boobs. There are lanes available, and there's our presenting
It is
sponsor,
coming up
Deborah
on September.
Diaz.
It is
Give her
coming
a
up on
shout
September
out.
25th.
And lots of other great sponsors in WPBA. It is breast cancer awareness. It's a fun event. Mike, you can come out, wear your bra. It's socially acceptable at this event
Good.
for men to wear bras.
Thank goodness.
In fact-
About time for me.
Yeah, so gotta
Have
love
to
it.
decorate it.
Gotta love it.
We do
So-
have prizes for the best decorated bra.
So get this show out, share us. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, whatever she said. We're even in Mike's analog world somewhere out there. But forward this out. I don't know how you found us, but we're all over the web. And
But we appreciate you watching.
yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. So
We are today and every day.
Moving forward.
We'll see everybody next week.
have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.